Joey Sly is going to have the honor of getting us started. And away we go from East Rutherford. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Don't jump. Ready?
Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Here we go, side. West, right, pin. Up. Jump square. Right.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Here's a loft deep down the middle. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Here we go, shot. Go.
Fields on 3rd. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Here we go. Right.
Up the gut they go with Williams. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Here we go. 11. Up. Matter. Up, let's go. EQ. Right.
Fields out of the gun. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Hey, Ken. It's big.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. He's on the move. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Jets take over on his 5th interception of the season. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. That was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
Let's go.
Third and long for him here. Buys time, rolling right. That heater's going to fall to the turf. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. Takes it in at the 21. And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. Looks like he might break it for a minute, but still a good 14 yards on the return. And the Steelers will take over possession. They're set up at the 35 now.
Here we go.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now.
Here we go, son. All right.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he's able to get back to the line, but that is all. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
No loss, no loss. Here we go, son. Hey, Terry. Delta.
Here's Fields to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Ready? 18 Cardinal.
They start the drive with Hall. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Go!
Throwing here, Travis. Completed over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
From the gun, it's Hall. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Man in motion, headed right. 2nd and 8. Chased out to his right. The ball's out. He lost it. And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough 3rd down here. Back to throw, Travis. That's caught for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Come on, set. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Buffalo 18.
Travis looking to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. That one's complete, right side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Check go.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need one more now on 3rd down.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
They just get the play off. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this.
Okay, ready.
Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Hall takes it straight ahead. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Ready. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
The give on 2nd to Hall. Who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Hit applied by Keanu Benton. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes them to 3rd and 5.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Let's go now. Pioneer. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Catch made over the middle. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after him.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Let's go.
From the red zone now. Getting out to his left. And that's a New York touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And they add 1 on to their first touchdown of the contest. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
Trying again, following the sack. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They motion a receiver left. Fields now, 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it'll be Jets football. New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's Travis. Hall there to haul it in. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
60 Bison.
Hall running between the tackles. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
That one complete to Turner. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They get 13 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he's brought down for a loss.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Third and just 2 to go.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll try to run for it with Hall. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. It's a gain of 4. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
This defensive battle has reached the 2-minute warning. The Jets pushing for a bigger lead before halftime. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Travis to throw. He brings it in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Cowboy 80. Go.
Here's Hall on the give. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Jets grow their lead just before halftime. Breece Hall with the touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Angel. Right.
Shotgun snap to Fields. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Don't jump. Ready? Easy. Right.
2nd down and 10. Fields. Forced out to his right. Targeting the sideline, and Freiermuth has it. And as he goes out of bounds, we've got a flag on the play, likely against the defense. Some fighting going both ways deep down the field that time, but it's the defense who gets flags for it. The penalty erases an exciting turnover, makes it 1st and 10.
Here we go, son. Hey, 10. Yep. Right.
Fields out of the gun. He rolls to his right. Makes the grab in bounds left side. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Here we go, son.
It's caught right side by Freiermuth. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. Look going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later.
Fields on third. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Riley Patterson ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. Koo able to put it through. And that'll get him back to 11.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. The Jets take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Come on, set.
From the 36. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Third down, 1 yard to go. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Rolling left, buying some time. Pressure's there, and the steel curtain closes on him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So once again, J.K. Scott out to punt it away. And plenty of hang time on this one. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And hardly any time remaining for them in this game. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half.
Here we go. 10. Go.
Looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Cam Taylor-Britt picks it off.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Half the 60, half the 70. Check go.
Here's Hall. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Track 60.
Now Travis. Taking his shot, deep down the field it goes. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Travis setting up to throw. On the move, headed right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And they're going to take over possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
First right.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Finds his back, Kyron Williams. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Nate Hobbs in on that stop.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Here we go. Good. Hey, 551. 551. Right.
Throwing now from the gun. He's on the move. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Sauce Gardner with the INT. And the Jets have it now on his 8th pick of the year. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Travis buys time, rolling right. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. took his shot at 6 that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job at breaking that pass up with contact.
There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Let's go.
Throwing here, Travis. Flush down out to his left. And he hauls it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets parlay the interception into points. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all, at this point, expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jets stretch their lead to 21. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, Scott.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. The Jets get there and bring him down. He ends up out of bounds, but it's behind the line. That is a sack.
Here we go, son. West right there.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. He puts some air under this one, deep right. And they pick him off again. And the Jets take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Travis looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Escapes out to the left. Complete beyond the marker. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st down, here comes home. And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Running back sent in motion. Able to hit Hall, complete. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
He's keeping it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Back to throw, Travis. Chased out to his right, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Yeah, that's what I call an absolute no-no. I mean, that just can't happen down here in the red zone. You've got to find a way to get rid of the football because now you're not only outside the red zone and you put some points that you thought were a guarantee with either a touchdown or field goal, now a little bit in limbo.
Hall there to haul it in. And he's brought down for a loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. The Steelers calling their first time out, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Travis. Rolling out to his left. Caught near the goal line. And he gets it to the 1, but goes out just before the goal line.
How many times, Kate, do we see those routes, those horizontal east-to-west routes, just get that first down on these critical 3rd down situations? It takes tremendous eyes, tremendous speed, and a tremendous want-to by the defense to stop that short.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Looking to the air here. And this is cut. Touchdown, New York. The Jets pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
That one right down the middle. And the Jets continue piling on to this lead. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Here's Williams to start the drive. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
He misfired on that one. It's behind his man.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Here we go.
Throw on 3rd down. Wilson's got it. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Up.
Tight end going in motion here. Forced out to his right. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this third quarter. Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Steelers have possession, but this game, pretty one-sided as we start the fourth. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Another throw for Fields. Escapes the pocket. It's taken in by Williams. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Here we go, son.
Fields now on third. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Here we go, son.
Desperation time here on fourth. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Jets take it away once again. The 5th time they've intercepted in this game. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. A give left side for Hall. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Let's go. Spiking 18. Check out.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Any tackle for loss hurts, Kate, but they hurt that much more from a defensive back. Those guys typically are better in coverage, and you got to find a way to make a miss in the backfield.
On the jump.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
Ready. Warrior 70. Ready.
Travis to throw. Getting out to his left. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He fields it cleanly. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. New series coming up following the punt. And it'll be their football. The Steelers with some very good field positions. They get set 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's going to loft one deep to the left. This is caught inside the 15. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Here we go. All right.
He tries to sneak it, and he runs it across. Touchdown! The Steelers putting up points in a game decided. It's a Justin Fields touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. Patterson tacks on the extra point. And the Steelers cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Go!
Throwing from the gun. Complete out to the right. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Finds his target, Hall. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Hall gets it again on 2nd down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go!
3rd down give to Hall. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Pickup of 3 on the carry. And that's going to bring up 4th and 2.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
They'll bring out the punter here. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11. Side.
Looking to throw Fields. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Here we go. Good. Right.
Shotgun snap to Fields. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Fields on 3rd. He's trying to lay it in deep along the right sideline. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And that brings up 4th and long. The Steelers set to punt it. And this will come from just inside his end zone. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt goes 63 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Set.
1st down, and they go right back to him. Another big rip for him. And finally, they catch up to him at the 11. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Jets nearing their 9th win of the season. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10.
Set. Ready. 19 Lions.
Now Travis. Rolling left, buying some time. And he hauls it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Well, Bronk, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Here's Sly to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets grow their lead yet again. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go, Scott.
Fields out of the gun. Caught by Hunt. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a pickup of 11. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
Here we go, Scott. Good night.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. And that one is picked off, but wait a second. Oh, he came down out of bounds, so that's just going to be incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Fields. That finds Hunt, complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. 3rd down. Jets are in a dime set. 6 defensive backs out there.
Right.
Now Fields. Brought in right side. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Putting the tight end in motion. 1st down throw for Fields. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Don't jump. Ready? All right.
Fields throwing here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
They motion the tight end over. Here he is on 3rd and long. Trying to push it deep downfield. And there's our last-in image of this game. It's intercepted. And the Jets are stopped on the return on the final play of this game.